Okay, let's talk about a huge shift that's happening in AI right now. We're about to move way beyond AI that just talks to you and gives you answers. We're entering an era where AI actually rolls up its sleeves and does the work for you. It's all about putting your cloud desktop on autopilot. So, let me ask you something. Are you tired of that endless, soul-crushing copy-paste routine? You know what I'm talking about. Moving data from one window to another, between apps that just refuse to talk to each other. We've all been there. And believe it or not, this daily nightmare actually has a name. Yeah, it's called swivel chair integration. It sounds kind of silly, but it's a huge deal. It's when you're literally swiveling your chair between 2 or 3 monitors just to complete one simple task. And it's not just a little annoying, it's a massive drain. It's where costly mistakes happen, it absolutely destroys productivity, and honestly, it's a huge reason for team burnout. For so long, we've just kind of accepted it. But that is all about to change. So, to really get why this moment is so different, we've got to take a quick look back at how we even got here. You can really think about the evolution of AI in the workplace as happening in 3 distinct waves. First, you had the chatbot era, right? This is where AI could talk to you, give you great advice, but ultimately you had to go and do all the work. Then came the API era, which was a big step up. We could finally automate workflows between modern apps. But what about all that old legacy software that doesn't have an API? Well, it got left in the dust. And that brings us to today, the agentic UI era. And this is the real game changer. Because now the AI doesn't need a special connection, it can literally see and use a computer screen just like a person does. What this means is we're seeing a fundamental shift from being event-driven to goal-driven. The old way was like writing super rigid, brittle, if this then that rules. You know, if a developer moved a button 5 pixels to the left, your entire automation would just break. The new way is totally different. You just state your goal, the outcome you want, and the AI is smart enough to figure out the steps, adapting on the fly if the interface changes. So you're probably wondering, how is this even possible, right? How can an AI safely take the driver's seat and start clicking around in your business software without causing total chaos? Well, let's pop the hood and see how it works. First things first, and this is absolutely critical. This does not happen on your personal machine. Your computer is not being hijacked by a robot. When you tell the AI to do something, it instantly spins up a brand new, totally secure and isolated cloud PC to do the work in the background. Your computer stays yours, completely free for you to use. And the workflow itself is just beautifully simple. It starts with you. You write your goal in plain English, just like you'd tell a coworker what to do. The second you hit go, that secure cloud PC comes to life. The AI agent then opens up a web browser inside that virtual space and starts navigating, reading text, clicking buttons, filling out forms, exactly like you would. And, this is the most important part, at any key decision point, it stops and pings you for approval before it continues. Now, this whole thing really hinges on one thing: your ability to give that AI a clear mission. The quality of your prompt, your instruction, is everything. So, what does a good prompt actually look like? Okay, here is a perfect example. It's not code, it's not complicated, it's just a clear mission. It starts with a simple goal: reconcile yesterday's Stripe payouts. Then it breaks it down into logical steps. But look at that last part. Stop and request approval before finalizing. That right there is the magic. It's the critical safety rail that you build right into your own instructions. So you can actually break this down into a simple framework, like a recipe for the perfect prompt. Every single great prompt has these 4 things: a clear goal, which is the why, numbered steps, which is the how, some guidance on where to find login info securely, and of course, those all-important approval triggers, which ensure you always have the final say. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I know what you might be thinking. Handing over the keys to my business software to an AI? That sounds terrifying. And you know what? You're right to think that. That's exactly why this entire system is built from the ground up around one core principle: human control. Let's be crystal clear about this. The AI is your employee, not your boss. It can only do what you tell it to do. It can only operate inside the boundaries that you set. You are always, and I mean always, in command. In fact, the system has mandatory, hard-coded breaks for any really high-stakes action. I mean, think about it. The things you'd never want to happen by accident. Making a payment? It's going to stop and ask you first. Sending an email to a client? It'll save it to your drafts and wait for you to hit send. Deleting records? No way. Not without your explicit yes. This human-in-the-loop design is what makes it truly safe for business. Okay, so when you put this all together, you start to realize this is way more than just a new tool. This points to a really profound change in the whole nature of office work and how we even think about delegation. There's a cool term for this new style starting to emerge: vibe working. I love that. It perfectly captures the shift. It means the human's role changes. You focus on the strategy, the goal, the vibe of the work. You're the director, focused on the what and the why, and you delegate all that tedious, multi-step busy work, the how, to your new AI agent. And please, don't make the mistake of thinking this is some far-off sci-fi future. This is happening right now. Gartner is predicting that by 2026, that's just around the corner, a staggering 40% of enterprise apps will have these kinds of autonomous agents built right in. This isn't just a cool feature, it is the next major platform shift. So this technology is here, it's ready, and it's about to change everything, which really brings us down to the most important question of all. Just think about all those tedious swivel chair tasks you do every single day. What's the very first goal you would delegate to your new digital workforce?